Ndolo's thoughts, the only thought that matters. One thing that you must never allow to happen is to fear to raise something that is important to protect a constitutional democracy. I think as South Africans, especially national government and parliament, they must discuss the visit of former President Zuma to India and to meet the Guptas. The Guptas are fugitive for justice in this country. They are criminals. They are fugitive. Now, the former president is got privileges as the former head of state. Now, one thing that must be discussed, does he really still deserve those privileges of being a former head of state? Because I still believe that even if you're a former head of state, you get those privileges because a certain conduct, a certain expectation is expected from you. One mistake I think we did was to ignore when he was found guilty and sent to prison for more than 12 months without an option of a fine. That one should have told us that we must revisit the issue of privileges of being a former president. Because in South Africa, you can't hold office if you are found guilty to an imprisonment sentence of 12 months or more without an option of a fine. We ignored that. We can't ignore this one. We can't ignore a former head of state who is taken care of by the state, a constitutional democracy, to visit a fugitive and say nothing wrong and speak the way he has spoken. I think I'm challenging the parties in parliament that in parliament, there must be debate in parliament about the conduct of former President Zuma to visit the Gupta family, to visit the Guptas, who are fugitive in this country, who are needed to come back and answer for their crimes. It can't happen. It can't happen. There's no, otherwise this democracy will collapse. Will collapse this democracy. There can be nobody that is above the law, that is above scrutiny. We must act. This calls for us to act and act decisively.
Emveni kokuba uformer president uJacob Zuma ibonakala ese-India la hlangane khona no-AJ Gupta kwakhona abaxoxayo, wayesethola ithuba naye lokukhuluma lapha kuveze khona ukujabulela ukuhlangana nalensizwa. Kuye kwakhulunywa izinto eziningi njengoba umuzwa nje umtolo. Uminister uKhumbuzo Chaveni kube uminister uLamula. Ibona abantu abathe lesi senzo sika president sokuthi ahamba kulabantu laba abangama-fugitive. Shuthi abantu ababalekile ngokomthetho South Africa bayadingeka la. Ubaba uMzwanele Manye noma uJimmy Manye uposte iletter evela kuhulumeni waseDubai ezosichazela kabanzi ukuthi kungani amaGupta labangakazi waze walethwa eSouth Africa. Wathi ipost yakhe beyibhala ukuthi ugovernment wase South Africa akayeke ukuqamba amanga. Uthi the RSA government must stop lying to South Africa. Abatshela abantu iqiniso. Article yokuqala yangomhla ka-15 kuFebruary 2019. Ithi isihloko sayo sithi South Africa withdraws arrest warrant for Zuma's friend AJ. South Africa has provisionally withdrawn an arrest warrant for AJ Gupta, a businessman and a friend of former President Jacob Zuma. Ne-BBC nayo yathi South Africa warrants for businessman AJ Gupta cancelled. Now the article yangomhla ka-15 kuFebruary 2019. Ithi an arrest warrant for Mr. Gupta issued in February 2018 for corruption charges was cancelled on Thursday. Article ayi-3 yahlukene. Eyokuqala ithi AJ Gupta no longer fugitive from justice. AJ Gupta is no longer a fugitive from justice, with the NPA confirming in writing that the arrest warrant issued against him for corruption has now been cancelled. IOL Hawks withdraws warrant of arrest for AJ Gupta. The NPA said the reasons for the withdrawal was because Jonas' testimony at the Zondo Commission had not been finalized. Then, article esithathu, AJ Gupta's arrest warrant cancelled. Minister Khumbudzo Ntshavheni uye waresponda kwipost kaMzwanele Manyi wabhala kanje: Since you seem to have temporary amnesia, let me refresh your memory. The UAE court's extradition ruling does not alter the Gupta brothers' criminal status in South Africa. They remain wanted fugitives, and that must be respected. Therefore, former President Jacob Zuma's action continues to undermine the country's criminal justice system and foreign policy of South Africa. Now, let's take you down memory lane. In 2021, Interpol issued a red notice for the Gupta brothers, and they have and still remain fugitives. The UAE extradition judgment was based on procedural technicalities and does not invalidate the Interpol red notice or absolve them of the charges they face in South Africa. Just in June 2026, the National Prosecuting Authority Investigating Directorate Against Corruption, IDEC, has re-enrolled the New Lane corruption case in the Bloemfontein Magistrate Court following a Supreme Court of Appeal ruling in June 2025 that favors the state and reinstated the matter. UMzwanele Manyi yena uphendule kanje: The minister's submission conflates legal concept to reach conclusions the law does not support. Allow me to assist you, Minister. A failed extradition is not a finding of guilt or innocent. The UAE court found South Africa's extradition request legally deficient. It relied on a cancelled warrant for one charge, no warrant for another, and held that the alleged money laundering fell within UAE jurisdiction facts. Just in case you confuse these things, an extradition court only determines whether the legal requirements for surrender have been met. It does not decide innocence or guilt. The minister also treats the status of the Interpol red notice as settled when the state itself has adopted inconsistent public position on whether it remain in force. In any event, a red notice is an administrative policing mechanism, not proof of guilt. Describing the UAE court judgment as a procedural technicalities without identifying any legal error is not legal analysis, it's political rhetoric. If you contend that the judgment was wrong, explain why in law. Likewise, the re-enrollment of the New Lane prosecution following the acquittal in Bloemfontein High Court changes nothing about the UAE extradition ruling. Those are separate legal processes with separate legal consequences. Most embarrassingly, the minister fails to distinguish between AJ Gupta, whose presence in the pilgrimage with President Zuma prompted the outburst in your presser, and the extradition proceedings concerning Atul and Rajesh Gupta. They are indeed brothers, but they are not interchangeable. Your entire tirade is misplaced. Serious allegations, especially by a whole cabinet minister, require factual precision, not generalizations. The rule of law demands legal accuracy, not political rhetoric, dressed up as analysis. Minister have the constitutional duty to state the law correctly. This weak and incoherent submission does not. NCA ibhale i-article ethi Deputy President Paul Mashatile has defended Jacob Zuma over his controversial India trip. Mashatile said South Africa's diplomatic mission have a responsibility to assist all official visitors abroad, and it was normal for diplomats to receive former president during overseas visits. Luhle ubhale kanje, to strip the benefits listed here, the parliament will have to completely amend the Remuneration of Public Office Bearers Act 1998, Act number 20 of 1998. They can't do it retrospectively anyway, because the Section 89 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, it's a statutory impossibility. Usho ukuthi lento kade ishuwo ngumtolo ukuze yenzeke funa baguqula iconstitution kube nezizathu. Sizokuyifunda manje ijudgment yase United Arab Emirates UAE noma eDubai emayelana ne-extradition case leyo ubaba uMzwanele manje yakhulume ngayo, ngoba ayizange ibe impumelelo ngenxa ukuthi i-warrant of arrest for AJ Gupta nabafowabo yayisikhanseliwe njengokusho kwalama article. So ngokwama article esiwafundile athe AJ Gupta is no longer a fugitive from law because the warrant of arrest has been cancelled. If government wase South Africa une case and uyabafuna labafoba kaGupta ukuthi bazo accounta la South Africa, kufuneka abalanda uyabazi ukuthi bakuphi, uyawazi ama-channel efuneka walandele, uyazi ukuthi funeka enze njani ukuze bebalande kulelazwe bazobhekana namacala la. Kodwa ngokubona kwami they are just playing politics. Kodwa into engase ngikutshele yona, yonke lento ekhulunywa ngoformer president uZuma ifihla lento eshuwo uJohn Steenhuisen ayiveze ngeDA noTony Leon ukuthi Tony Leon kunezinto azicontrolayo. Isizathu salokho ukuthi bafuna ukubalekisa lento ye-state capture, bayibalekisa ukuze sikhulume thina ngalokho while bona bedila ngento eziserious. Lokho nje ngakusho, futhi angeke ngize ngiyenze nevideo engizochaza kabanzi ngalondaba kaTony Leon. Mina nawe sidibane kwivideo elandelayo.